All right. All right. So looks like we are live and okay, so volume is good and okay, cool. So looks like we are live. So good morning everyone and thanks for joining. I really appreciate your presence and also I'm sorry if I'm late by couple of minutes, but yeah, let's start with the work. So, as you can see over here, first of all, I hope you had a great, weekend. I had too. So, um, today is Tuesday, and what I see over here is we are almost hovering, near the all-time highs. Monday is irrelevant, so very low volume, and it was a half day, so I don't care about Monday. So what I see over here is Friday's day and Thursday's day. So those are two main, volume node supports that I see. And looking at the monthly, what I see is there is a support around 22 to 22. So that's the second standard deviation over here. And let me see if we have any weekly support. So weekly, you can see this is just the second day. So around 250 is the VWAP, that is the green line that you see over here. So that's pretty much it. And then okay, 1 second. YouTube, I just got a notification that YouTube is not currently receiving data for the stream. If you believe this is incorrect, ensure that you're sending the stream and is configured the stream key. Okay, looks like it should be good. Anyone who is listening, can you please confirm you can see my video, you can hear my sound perfectly? I really appreciate your help. I just need a confirmation that you can hear and listen to me properly. Okay, perfect. Yep, so let's continue the work. So on the thanks so much, Sagar, and really appreciate it. So let's continue our work. So this is the hourly chart, and as you can see, the VWAP we have support at 250. Since the first 15 minutes is not over yet, it is very hard to determine, the direction and everything. So I'll wait for the first 15 minutes and then I'll show you the charts as well. So this is the 5-minute chart, that is the VWAP chart. And in the smaller time frame, I see that, it is holding first standard deviation fairly well. So this is the whole gist. Now let me transition over to the bookmap. So this is the software which tells me where the liquidity is. So if I go to the 60-minute time frame and if I zoom in a little bit, what I see over here is I don't see a heavy buying zone or heavy red zone over here. So liquidity is less. So since we are hovering around all-time high, I would still be cautious because this can still go down more. So let's see. We don't have a lot of news today, so I'll take a look at the calendar. So as you can see over here, we have a news on 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock means 30 minutes after the session. So that is good. Let's look at the QQQ levels. So Q's. So we just broke the R2 level over here. So once the first 15 minutes is done, I'm going to draw the 15-minute range that will give us a good indication of the direction of the markets. So this is what is going on. And then finally, let me show you this chart that is my primary 5-minute chart. So this is what I am seeing right now. And so far, nothing, concerning. We just started the day and from 625. So this is 630. Yeah, so it's kind of 100-point fall. So let me see. Yeah, 82-point fall. So uh, for Nasdaq it's not a big deal. So as long as it is not falling more than 200, 300 points, for Nasdaq this move is very, very usual and normal. So I will let the markets digest the first 15 minutes, and then let's see what's going on. So this was the start of the day, and that is 6:30, and so far looking good. Let me also show you the liquidity. So far the liquidity, I don't see a huge liquidity. Let me see if we have it on the downside. So right now, if I go down, okay, you see 22 180. So 22 180 is a good liquidity zone. So if the markets fall around 22 180, then I wouldn't be surprised. And let's look at the liquidity on the upside. Do we have any heavy liquidity zone on the upside? Okay, I went upside, but I did not find any heavy selling zone, as you can see over here. So yeah, right now markets are in the no man's land. So right now I don't see any scalping or trading opportunity unless we touch this 22 180 zone, so 22 200. So that zone is below like 50 points right now, 50 or 70 points. So let's see, this is the first 10 minutes of the session, that is 6:35. And just so that people know, this is a bookmap tool which provides the liquidity. So the colors that you see over here directly corresponds to the amount of resting orders the market has. So you can see the entire liquidity over here, right? And then this is the VWAP, and the bubbles that you see over here, the circular spears, those are the aggressive market orders. So if it's green, then it's aggressive buying, and if it's red, then it's aggressive selling. So what I can see over here is, you can see that there is a lot of aggressive selling that has happened in the first 10 minutes. And now you can see that people are buying over here. And over here you can see the normal naked volume, right? But this gives me a good gist of what is happening in the markets. So I use bookmap a lot, and this is the exact reason why. The next indicator that you see over here is the cumulative delta, that is CVD, cumulative volume delta. So if I zoom in and if I zoom out, it gives me the real-time cumulative delta calculation. So that is very essential for me. So let's see the first 15 minutes of the session, and we are just going sideways. So let me show you. So this is where we started, and only 3 minutes left for the first 15-minute session. So it's not a crazy drop, to be honest, since we are already at all-time high. I'm not surprised if we fall another 50, 100 points, because we are already sitting at all-time high, and naturally there will be a tendency to book profits. So, and to be honest, I'm not going to short either, because just because we are at all-time high doesn't mean we should short. We need technical confirmation, we need to see weakness, only then we'll short. So that's my thesis. Right now it's only chopping sideways. So as you can see over here, let me draw this box. So this is the 15-minute range, right? Essentially, we have done nothing. So 267 and 222, so almost 40 or 50 point range, and it's just chopping around right now. So right now market is still deciding, and when it is deciding, the best thing to do is to stay out. Okay, so I see a good development over here, and let me show you that. This is very good to see. So over here, you can see that a heavy block of selling came in. So okay, yeah, so people can see. So you can see over here, this is quite heavy block over here. A lot of people liquidated in this zone, and there is a proper red color forming over here. So so far looks like people are booking profits. So I just wanted to show you in real time the order book and its interaction of buyers and sellers. So there is a huge selling happening in the zone of 240 to 260. Just wanted to bring this to people's notice. So there is a resting liquidity at 220, but that won't hold very strong. What I am looking for is this one, the actual red one, that is 22,180. But let's see if the markets is that strong in selling pressure. And also remember, we have a news in what 6:44, so 15 minutes we have a news. So okay, so looks like we breached the support zone of 220. Okay, so the first 15 minutes is about to get over, and I will draw the range, so that which is very important. So let me try to draw it. So this, okay, perfect. So the first 15 minutes is over, and I'm going to draw the 15-minute range. So as you can see, I will draw the top of the range, that is this. I will draw the bottom of the range, that is this. And also I will draw the median line with a dashed line. And now let me eliminate the box. So now we have a good perspective of what is happening. So market started at 6:30, and these are the first 15 minutes, and so far what we know is over here there is a bearish cross, right? This is the first thing we know. Second thing we know is the price is below the median line, right? So the theme of the day, or right now the thesis, the benefit of doubt should go to the bears. Right now the bears are dominant. So this I just wanted to share this. So right now we should think of good shorting opportunities. So let's see if I can get some good shorting opportunities. The reason why there won't be any sustained heavy moves is because we don't have a big news coming up. So 7 o'clock there is a big news, and then I think 9 o'clock there is a no park rush report, and then a few Fed speakers speaking. So let's see. But and I don't see a good pivot point which is near either. So let me see what's going on. Okay, so pivot point is, why do I not see pivot point? Let me see. So I see it over here, I see it over here. Well, it is strange that I don't see a nearby pivot point. And let me see what's going on. So copy and paste. Okay, looks like everything is good. I don't know why I cannot see the pivot points, but looks like because of the holiday on Monday, the calculations of the pivot point has went bad. But I'll fix that later on. What I want to show over here is you can see that it has touched the 22,180 zone, and on the book map, so you can see over here as well, we have touched the liquidity zone of 22,182. So this is why these levels of liquidity are important, because I showed you like 5-10 minutes earlier that I won't be shocked if markets reach this level. So this is why it's very important to track the liquidity. And now you can see over here there is a new liquidity being formed at 22,150. But I'm not sure if it's going to break that, because you can see over here there is a support at QQQ for 537. So let's see if it can breach that. But what you need to know is over here 22,150, there is a new emergence of liquidity. Someone is buying heavily over here at 22,150. So naturally markets, there is a very high chance that markets will have a tendency to move over here. And so far, just to give the audience a gist, I have not taken even a single trade so far, but I plan to do it within few minutes, because since markets are going down, it cannot go down in a straight line, and that is where lies our opportunity. So let's see. And for people, so that people know, this is my trading terminal, simple TradesByAdvait, and I have the prop firm accounts, and those are replicated across all the 5 accounts, and all of them are live pro accounts. So just so that people know, I'll place the trade over here. So now what do we know? We know that we are below the 15-minute range, and we know that there is a bearish crossover in the EMA. So the theme of the day has to be bearish. But what I think is, right now it is 6:50, and there is a news in 7 minutes. So until the news is released, there is no point in trading right now, because the news is not released, and it can go either way. It can reclaim the 15-minute range again, and it can also break down heavily. So when you have a upcoming news within minutes, I don't recommend trading. So what I can do is I can take a small scalp, but the position size has to be very, very small, and I have to get out by 5, 10, 15 points very early. So that's the thesis. So it is trying to test the 15-minute low over here. So right now hovering around 22,200. And just to give the people a perspective, this was the all-time high, right? And this is the almost new, trying to be a new all-time high, so almost near the all-time high. So on the weekly chart, if you see, it is trying to form a double top, but we only know afterwards. So we have to be very, very careful over here, because this time, last time when it touched, it was not able to close that high. But this time, last week, it closed this high. So we just need to be mindful of those things. So now it got a good recovery from 21,180 levels and 21,166. So the recovery is good, but just wanted to see how long it can sustain, because the as long as it doesn't reclaim the 15-minute range, this move cannot be trusted. So that's where I'm coming from. So I'm just trying to see why the pivot is not working. Okay, perfect. So as I said, looks like yesterday we had only 5 hours or 4 hours of trading, and that is why it has messed up the calculations. So no worries. So as you can see, it is still trying to close above the 15-minute range, but the only question is how much is it going to survive above that. So the theme of the day as of right now still is bearish, because I cannot trust unless it reclaims the median line, or unless it gives us a bullish crossover on the EMA. That cannot be trusted. So that's my thesis. So I'll also quickly show you what is happening in the cumulative delta front. So this is the 5-minute chart, and as you can see, there is a constant selling going on, and since last one candle there was a little bit of a relief of buying. So this is what is going on. Price is going down and delta is going down. So right now both the things are in sync. So there shouldn't be any shocker right now. And for the traders who are watching, always please be a lot please keep a lot of patience, because right now it is not even the first half hour of the session. So there is no urgency to take the position and trade and unnecessarily risk the money. So when the risk reward is really good, that is when we should take the trade, right? So looks like it is trying to reclaim the 15-minute range, and also on the book map now I'm just searching for big selling zones, because if the big selling zones does not appear that easily, then the markets will go up. So I'm just trying to see where heavy selling is. So over here you can see little bit it's appearing, but it's not that, strong of a deal, because there is only 2 minutes left and the liquidity will be very dry. So as you can see over here, it's there is not a lot of liquidity in the markets near the price. So over here there was heavy selling, so let's see. By the way, the news is about the NHAB housing data, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, NAHB housing data. So it's going to get released in 1.5 minutes. So once that is done, then we can start taking the trades and see who is dominant. And so my goal over here is just to trade and take 15-20 points. If I can grab, that would be great. So since this is the start of the week, there's a lot to unfold over here. So looks like we are back in the chopping zone, and this is why I draw the 15-minute range every single day, because so that we know the perspective, right? If the markets is in the first 15-minute range, then essentially it has done nothing, right? So when the market is not giving you a big move, then why to trade? Because it doesn't make sense to trade, because there is essentially no direction, right? So within 30 seconds we have a news, and looking at the price action as of now, the benefit of doubt should go to the bears, because right now they are dominant. And I don't see this as a very violent day, because we don't have yet like very big news to that we should fear. So at some point today I'm going to take a long position, but for that I need to see a good washout. So that's my thesis. Okay, so we are near 22,180 zone again, and let's see if this time it can bounce or not. Okay, so I want to show you one more thing. So there is a new emergence of liquidity over here that I want to show. This is a heavy spike in volume near 22,150 zone. So as you can see over here, there is a very nice resting liquidity around 150, and as you can see there is a big volume spike over here. So this is why I was waiting for the news to turn out. And so this is a new emergence. I didn't see that liquidity up until 648, but right now it is strong. So 22,150 would be a good zone to get tested. So yeah, you see, approaching 22,150. And also QQQ is approaching its P0 level, that is the neutral zone. So I might take a trade over here, but let me see how this interacts. So let me show you my trading terminal, and I might take 22,148 long position with one contract, and let's see if that plays out very well. So I have put my limit order over here at 22,158, but I don't think it's going to get filled. Bounced back very easily. So let's see. But over here you can see that it interacted with the liquidity zone over here at 22,150, and now it is just bouncing. So let's see how it interacts. So as you can see, this resting liquidity got eliminated over here. So now if I zoom in, I don't see the same players participating again. So let's see. This is my terminal, and as you can see, I have put a buy order over here at 148 for just one contract, and I will see if I can, you know, make this position a two contract position, but that would be it. And just to safeguard, what I can do is, instead of buying one full contract, what I can do is I can buy 5 micro contracts over here, right? So that way I'm leaving the room for a lot of averaging. So but yeah, so far, you know um, so far it's a pretty usual normal day. I also wanted to show you this. So the delta is making new lows. So you can see over here, this is price and this is cumulative delta volume, and delta is making new lows. So we better be aware of that. So this is the first 5 minutes of after the news got released. So markets are right now digesting the news very nicely, and since they are digesting it very nicely, I am trying to search for a good potential 5 to 10 point trade. So as you can see now, um, 168 is also not bad for going long. So I'm just trying to search for long entries. So let me do this, right? I'll enter 162 a long position, and let's see if it plays out really well. I'm very near to get filled, and I have already put my limit order at 162, and 162 happens to be the second standard deviation as well. So let's see if it touches. But if it doesn't touch, then I think 168 would be a good level as well, because what I'm trying to see is if the markets can form a nice double bottom. That is what I'm trying to see. So let's see how it goes. I have already put my limit order. Looks like it doesn't want to go down. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Let me do this. Let me raise my target order to 180. But 180 would be too much, Let's see if it can go down a little bit more. Right now there is no indication of strong buying, so that is why there is no like huge conviction or huge confidence in buying. So I'm just waiting for right levels, and ideally it should give us good levels in few minutes, because if it doesn't, then the long trade is going to be very very good. So and remember, we are below the 15-minute range. So, the benefit of doubt should go to the bears right now. The only reason why I'm going long is because today we don't have a big news day, and right now I don't see a, heavy selling pressure, which can disrupt the entire day, and that is why I'm thinking of, going long. So I'm just searching for the right position or the right price to go long. So that's what I'm doing. Anything near 168 or 172, that would be a good deal as well. Okay, so 180, it touched 180 and then went up back again. So okay, so let me try this, right? I just put my limit order at 180 and let's see how it reacts. So if I get filled, then my target would be 20 points. Let's see if I can get filled. Most probably I should get filled because selling pressure is good. So I'm about to get filled for one contract. And I will look for averaging it out if the markets go down further. But let's see. I was about to get filled, but I did not get filled. It didn't touch 180, so I'll wait patiently because I don't want to do any FOMO as of now. Well, looks like I'm about to get filled, so let's see. And according to cumulative delta, the selling pressure is still there. So just so that you know. Okay, so I just got filled, guys, and my price is 180, 22 180. And just so that you know, I have only bought one single Nasdaq contract, and I just wanted to start small. And since this is the start of the week, I just wanted to start small and have a good feel. My target over here is, if my thesis plays out, then 20 points. So let me set up the target. So 20 points is 22 200. So I'll just set up resting limit order of sell around 22,200. So let's see. But I got filled with one contract, and yeah, I would be happy if I can get 15-20 points. So that's my thesis over here. So far everybody getting it. So far, if anybody has any questions, why did I get into this trade, and let me also show you this thing, right? So this is the cumulative delta, right? This is price and this is cumulative delta. So as you can see, since the start of the day, there was heavy selling going on, but now the selling has a little bit normalized and stopped normalized. So the curve is good, and we are also 45 minutes after the regular market session. So the volatility is died down a little bit, and that is the exact moment I was waiting for. So yeah, this is my position right now. I have not changed anything, and I'm just targeting 20 points on this position. So let's see if we can get that. And I have already set my limit, sell order over here at 22,200. So just wanted to show you guys everything. So let's take a look at the liquidity. So liquidity is right now looking good. No heavy selling or buying pressure on either side. So okay, so looks like we are in a really good position. I am up and okay, perfect. So whew, okay, so we just booked $400 profit. Our target is achieved across all the 5 accounts. And so as you can see over here, if I go to my logs and if I show you what happened, so you can see over here, I just took one single contract at the price 22,180, and I sold it at 22,200, so 15.25 points, and it took 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and the total profit was 405. So you multiply that across 5 accounts, that is this. And so here's my learning, right? Here's what I want to share. It is not important that how much money you make. It is important to understand how many points you are making and at what risk, right? I waited patiently for the first 15 30 minutes, right? It's almost 7:10, so almost 40 minutes very patiently, did nothing, waited for the markets to tell me what it wants to do. This is real trading, right? You don't have to trade 10 different trades every single day to become a trader. You can take one or two high quality trades and target 5, 10, 20 points in the Nasdaq futures, and then you should be good to go, right? So this is what I want to show in real time. This is not editing. This is not, I'm not making things up. I want to show you in real time, in real markets, that this can be done. And these are live funded accounts, right? These are not demo accounts. So the only reason why I'm not showing you the account number is because of my own privacy. So that is why I'm not showing you that. But apart from anything else, this is all, this is it. Like this is the most genuine thing I can do to help traders, because I want to show them in real time what it takes to actually make the profit. So let's get back to the markets. And so far, I'm not drained mentally. So far, pretty balanced and really happy. But let's look at the markets for the objective level. So right now what you see is the 5-minute chart, and you can see that since the start of the day we have made the 15-minute range, and right now the prices are below that 15-minute range. So again, as I said, the benefit of doubt should go to the bears because they are dominant. The selling pressure is still there. So, and it shouldn't be surprising because we are very much near the all-time highs. So if people book the profit, they are not wrong, right? Let me show you that. So this is the daily chart, and you can see over here the 5-minute 5-day EMA is over here. So I'm not shocked, or I won't be surprised if we touch this level today. So I'm just waiting for the markets to move. In the meantime, let me also show you what liquidity is doing right now. So if I zoom out a little bit, because we have already passed 45 minutes into the session, so I just zoomed out, and let me show you if there is a presence of any huge liquidity on the downside. Okay, I went up until 21,800. I don't see a huge liquidity on the downside. So let's check the upside. Do we see any? Okay, right now I don't see any huge liquidity on the upside as well. So right now the markets look very balanced. So let me zoom in a little bit to see what's going on. So yep, right now there is a sustained constant selling pressure. So right now I don't see any huge problem or any high volume node, but let's see if it appears, because remember, these levels are constructed based on real actions on the order book of the exchange, right? If somebody comes and places an order, you will see over here the big orders, right? So people can remove the limit order, people can put the limit order. So there is a lot of things that is happening underneath, right? People there is something called as spoofing. Like, people show the order, but when the price comes near that level, they just pull out, they just cancel the order. So the, what I want to do is I want to gauge, like, who is present where, right? Where the big markets participants are. So I just want to know that zone, and then the how price reacts in that zone will tell me if I want to participate or not. So that's the thesis, or the thought process that I go through, that I want to share. It's not the levels, it's the interaction of price on that level, which gives you the best insight. So I hope it does make sense. And if you have any doubts in whatever I'm talking about, please feel free to write questions in the chat, so that I know where to double click and where to explain in detail. Oh, nice. I see a lot of reactions on the trade. Thank you so much for the reactions, celebration reactions. So thank you. All right, so we are still down over here, still near the bottom range. So let's see if it can hold. I guess QQQ can give us a good idea about the. Okay, so as you can see over here, this P0 is holding up fairly well, but this formation that you see over here, and then this red candle which negated all the gains, this is not good. So what I would ideally want is the markets to go 535 over here in the S1 support zone and then bounce back. So I wouldn't be surprised if the markets go down more. So just so that people know, we have only taken one trade up until now, and I thought that was a very good risk to reward ratio, so I went long, and it played out very well. And I also was able to be in discipline and cut my position at 20 points. And the next thing that you see over here is it went down again. So this is why it is very important to take the profit and book your profit. If I would have not closed my position, then I would have been in red right now. So it's very important to target small wins, right? So that's I learned this very hard way, right? I have been trading since last 4 years, and these kind of simple mistakes a trader makes, and then he realizes by multiple times taking a loss. So I just want to book my profit 15, 20, 10 points. It's not bad, right? To book the profits. And then market is always here. It will always give, good opportunities. So it's going nowhere. So let's see. Liquidity charts are not giving any clear signal as of now. Let me turn on to my 5-minute chart. So this is looking at the naked price action. To be really honest with you, it looks bearish because we are not reclaiming any important levels on the upside. So if we are not able to do that, then there is very heavy chance of a what do you call, quick washout, and then going up. So let's see. Ideally, I should be done for the day because so just to answer your question, Bhavya, ideally I should be done for the day, but right now, since this is a start of the day and I've already made my 20 points profit, I'm just looking for good high quality setups, because I don't want to close very early. So I'm still waiting for high quality setups. But I just wanted to show you that yes, I have already done the first trade of my day, and I'm still waiting for high quality setups. If you are an extreme disciplined trader, and if your goal is to, let's say, make $300-400 a day, to and replicate that across 5 accounts, then yes, ideally you should be done for the day. But me being me, I want to give my best, and I want to see and do this live stream, and trade with actual public. I'm just searching for good high quality trades. So I hope that answers your question, both in terms of trader and also in terms of the time. So but yeah, thanks for the question, buddy. So let me show you this, a very good insight over here. The price is going down, but the delta is not going down that aggressively. So we are starting to see a really sweet divergence over here. Ideally, what should happen is, if the price is going down, then the delta is should also go down, right? But right now it is just chopping around. So this is what I meant when I said the curve is steepening, or the markets are normalizing, right? Because after 30-40 minutes, the markets tends to move in a smooth direction, doesn't move in an extreme. So this is what I mean when I say that. Okay, so looks like it is failing to go down heavily. So let me see if I can grab a really good setup over here. So what I'm searching for is if prices can touch 168. Let me put a limit order over there. So the reason why I put the limit order at 168 is because the prices are not falling or closing below the range. So okay, so I'm just got filled with one contract, and let's see how it turns out. So the range that we are talking about, if that range gets broken, then my thesis of bearishness holds true. But if this thesis of range that I'm talking about, so this is the range, right? Now if this range gets broken on the closing basis, then my thesis would be wrong to go long. So right now, as you can see, I am in a position, and my position price is 168. Okay, so let's see if it goes down even more. And this is exactly why I bought one contract only, so that I have a lots of room to play out my thesis. So, but what I want to show over here is this range. If the markets has to go down, then ideally this range has to close, right? Let me show you by, so this range uh, has to hold on. So if the markets go down, and if it's not able to reclaim back this range, then my thesis would go wrong. So let's see how it goes. So right now this is the liquidity situation, and so far no heavy zones that I can see of. Switching to the 16-minute time frame. Yep. So I just want to show you, like right now my position was 68 and I'm almost 40 or 30 points down, and I'm just waiting for the markets to reveal its direction. And since I have just one contract, I can have a huge advantage of averaging out. So that's exactly why I bought just one contract. But yeah, right now almost 30 points down. So let's see how this plans out. And I'm still in the position and not closed it. So let's see. This was the range that I was talking about. So let's see if the markets can hold that range. And in the meanwhile, let me also show you the liquidity. So not liquidity, but the price action and the delta. So right now the price action is going down and delta is also going down. And just to show you, this is my live position, and let's see how this plays out. So right now there is no need of averaging because I only have one contract, and I am 30%, 30 points almost down. But let's see if it goes down more, and if it approaches good levels, then I will think of averaging by one contract. But right now there is no need. Approaching 128, so this level is going to be crucial. Crucial meaning important. So okay, so there is really good insight that I want to share over here. So as you can see over here, this day, right, this is a daily volume profile, okay, and we have approached the point of contact, that is high volume node, from Friday. So there is a very good chance that this zone is going to hold. But what we need to make sure is we don't need to run fast or decide on this one thesis only. But what I want to show you is we have approached the Friday's high volume node, or the POC, that is point of contact, over here. So this is a very good, very important zone, I would say. So if it approaches near 2100, then that would be an ideal, point to average it out. But so far, it's holding up fairly well. And now I am feeling a lot itchy to average it out. So, but my discipline tells me that I should not average it out and let the markets do its job, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. But the thesis why I am feeling itchy to average it out is because you can see over here there is a very high volume node at 22,136. So if people can see clearly, okay, just so that people can see clearly, this is the high volume node that I am talking about. So if this holds, if this zone holds, then it's a good long opportunity. So let's see how it behaves, but I just wanted to show you this zone, right? All right, let's see what our position is doing. Okay, looks like we are above 50s, so not bad at all. I would love to add one more contract over here, but I just need a final confirmation either from the price or from the delta. So looking at delta right now, as you can see over here, forming a very nice hammer, but still the candle is not over, so not sure about that. So looking at price action, it is still below the range, so let's see. So this is my position. I have not changed anything, kept the position as it is. At first I was thinking of averaging around 142, but 132 is much more favorable, because that is the second standard deviation over here. So you can see over here this second standard deviation is around 132. So let's see if it approaches. But even if it doesn't, then it's fine, because we already have a long position. So let's see how it plays out. Right now, I'm just in a break-even point, but I just want to let this run and plan it, and let the markets do its job. And if possible, I would love to average it so that I can get maximum gain. But let's see. Right now it's around 152. And looks like we are very near to the break-even point. So here's what is going on in my mind. Okay, what I am thinking is, do I keep this position and let the markets run, or keep a limit order on the break even point and get out? So that's the question in my mind. So let's see. Looks like I should keep it, and the reason is very simple. Delta is also holding up fairly well, so let's see if we can keep the position or make $100 $200 again. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a limit order of 180, and let's see if we can reach the 180 zone and get some profits. So let's see how it plans out. So looks like markets wants to go up, and looks like the delta is also holding up fairly well. So just so that guys I have put my limit order over here. So if the price goes to 180, then I will be out of the position, and that would be 10 plus 2 12 points. Not bad, right? But let's see if this thesis turns out to be true. Right now looking good, so let's see. The position is same. I have not altered it. The position, I have not changed it. I have not averaged it. So the position size is also one contract only. So just so that people know, because I'm looking at multiple screens, and I just want to show what's going on in the most complete sense possible. So yeah. Let me check if there is any other news. Okay, the next news is 50 minutes uh, out from here, so that is good. And also on the QQQ front, you can see QQQ have reclaimed the P0 level, so it is above the P0 level. That is good. So now let's see what's going on. Ideally, if the markets reclaim the 5-day EMA, ideally it should go to 180. So let me show you what I mean over here. So you can see over here that markets are trying to reclaim this 5-day EMA very very nicely. So if it can close above this, then it should ideally go to 180, which is our target price, right? Also looking at this, you can see markets are nicely bouncing from the second standard deviation. Delta is also holding up fairly well, but let's see if it has more selling to come. So we are very near to the break even point, but I want to give the markets a chance to go to 180 before cutting my position of no profit, no loss. So it's very important to be, patient. And since I have nothing to, um, worry a lot about, I want to, you know, let this trade complete. Let's see. Okay, I don't see any big, liquidity zones right now above us. So ideally, we should, you know, go to 180, but let's see. Right now, if were, 2 years ago, or 4 years ago, if I were a newbie trader, I would be very enticed to cut my position with no profit, no loss, and then I would be very happy. But right now, after learning so much, I just want to let this trade do its job and not cut that easily. So one of the best advice that I got, from one of my mentors is, um, it is very difficult to sit on profits and let the trade run. So that's a very difficult job, to be honest. But right now, I'm just aiming for 10 or 12 points. So let's see if Nasdaq can give us that move. If not, then there is always an option, because my position size is small, right? Just one contract. So why should I, you know, um, try and do FOMO, right? Not able to survive 162. So let's see. This is the chart that I'm looking at. So this is very important zone or level, to be honest. That is this one. If we can, close above this level, then that would be bullish. Looks like sellers have entered the game again. Let's see if we can get to around 120s. If we can get around 120s, then I would like to add one more contract. So let's see. So looks like there is a sustained selling pressure right now. Let's see how long it can continue, but I don't see a lot of heavy liquidity zones. So let's see. The chances are very high for us to see a bounce back. Again into around 140 zone. So this is still my position, no change whatsoever. I got a really good feeling of averaging one contract again, but didn't do it. Sticking to my thesis as of now, because it looks like bulls are trying really hard to sustain these levels. And on top of that, we don't have a big news event within coming 40 minutes. So let's see how it can play out. But yeah, so far, no change in the position. Ideally, what I want to do is I want to average it out once so that I can grab 20 points or 15 points on two contracts. So that's the plan over here. Okay, looks like okay, so now since it is trying to reclaim very nicely, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this target order of 180, and I'm searching to average at one more contract. So let's see, around 136 or so. So let's see, 132 will also be very nice, but looks like it doesn't uh, want to go that deep. So let's see, I'll just put another limit order of 148, I guess. Let me check. Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep uh, an eye on averaging out to one contract. Okay. Okay. So looks like I have done nothing and it's still going up. So let me see. Ideally, I want to average it out to capture a good move, but let's see. And then what we can do is we can also keep the same move around 180. So let's see. Okay, so right now in the money, so the position finally went in the favor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my target order at 80. That is almost around 12 points. So let's see. Very near. We just need 5 more points. Ideally, we can also put a stop order at here, and but yeah, looks like we are very near to getting executed. So let's see. If it can reach 80.25, then that would be very, very good. According to my experience, ideally it should touch, but let's see. Within few seconds, I think it should touch. Perfect. So finally, the trade is done. Profit target has been reached, and again, a very, very good trade. 12 points. I was able to capture 12.25 points. So not bad at all. I absolutely loved it. So you can see over here, um, was able to grab almost 640 points. But more important than that is this was the second trade of the day, and you can see over here I entered the position around 168 and I closed it around 180. So netting a profit of almost $245, which is replicated across 5 accounts. So yeah, not bad at all. And this was 28-minute trade, so almost half an hour. So you can see, two key learnings from here. One is I waited for 28 minutes without averaging. So that's a very important thing. Another important thing is what I saw over here in the charts. You can see this is just a sideways chop. So the presence of heavy selling was absorbed over here, as you can see from the charts, right? So that was one of the reason why I was calm and cool and confident. And also, let me show you the other thing that I was looking. So the other thing that I was looking is around the liquidity. So if you see the liquidity over here, um, I don't see a big huge selling zone. So if I go to the 60-minute chart, um, to capture the details. So if you see over here, there is no heavy level of liquidity or heavy level of selling going on. So right now you can see the huge liquidity was near 190, right? And when I say, you can see this zone is quite heavy, right? um, but apart from that, I was not seeing any huge uh, forces of liquidity. So that was one of the things. And over here you can see I have drawn this zone, right? This zone is very important because once we closed below this zone, we tried to, close above once, we failed, and then we went down again over here, and then we were successful in closing above that zone. So I was keeping a close eye on this zone, right? So this is where my thesis was, coming from. This is where I was, uh, confident. So the things that I was looking at played out very very well. So I just loved the setup. Um, so yeah, in summary, as you can see over here, in summary, I was able to grab $640, but more important than that, it's only I was able to do this with one contract only. So as you can see, I have a lot of buffer zone over here with almost 12K, right? But still, I'm trading only one contract. And I want to show people that, it's not important or it's not necessary to take massive positions like 5, 6, 10 contracts. You can trade one contract every single day and still make reasonable amount of money. So this is what I wanted to show you. So right now it's 8 o'clock in California, and it's only 1.5 hours of the regular market open session, and we made $640 using just one contract. Okay, so this is what I want to show people, like discipline and small position size is going to make you a better trader. And once you have big buffer zones, once you have a big account size, then you can increase your position size. So being strategic and being patient is very very difficult, and that too, being consistently disciplined and consistently being patient will actually give you a long term results. So this is what I wanted to show you. And now I would like to open up the session for any questions, any concerns, anyone in the chat who has any thoughts about the day, about the live stream. Please feel free to ask in the chat, and I'll wait for 1-2 minutes, and if there are no questions, then we can happily and satisfactorily close this stream. So any questions in the chat, any thoughts on the trades that I took, then you're more than welcome to ask, and I will wait for the questions. But I love the reaction when we booked our profit. So that was really good. Thanks for the reaction. But yeah, small progress is good progress, and consistent progress is the best. So this is what I think. And any questions in the people viewing in the chat, please feel free to ask. And if not, then we can close the live stream, and I will return to my daytime job, 9 to 5. So I still have an hour. So yeah, just let me know. And okay, looks like there is no question in the chat, and looks like everybody is good. So yeah, I would just like to thank everyone who viewed this live stream, and I would love to continue doing this on more regular basis as possible. And yeah, I just want to leave you guys with this thought that keep trading, keep learning, and keep growing. So that's my go-to mantra, if you will. So yeah, so far, before closing the session, I would just like to give a gist of what is happening in the markets right now. So as you can see over here, I don't see a heavy liquidity zone over 190. So 22 190 is a good liquidity zone, but if you go to a 60-minute chart, um, I don't see a heavy zone either, right? This is the only zone around 190 that I see. We have VWAP on 22,209, and let me also show you this thing. So we have VWAP coming over here. So I won't be surprised if we test 22,222, and the delta is still very weak, so please be very mindful of that. The delta is really weak today, so if you are planning to go long, then be extremely cautious, right? And looking at the let me show you the daily chart. So the daily chart doesn't look good either, because we are nearly at all-time high, and I would be much more happy to see the markets test the 5-day EMA, but that's the thesis for tomorrow. But let's see. So yeah, and finally, this 5-minute chart, as you can see over here, this zone is going to be very important, which is 22 150. So 22 150 zone is going to be really important. If it holds, then that would be bullish. If it doesn't hold, then that would be bearish. So keep that in mind. And yeah, with that thought, I would like to leave you guys and see you all tomorrow. So just to give you a gist, this is the final tally for today. Was able to grab 2 trades, and one for 20 points and other for 12 points. The position size was just one contract. So as you can see over here in performance tab, after cutting commissions and everything, 640 is the pure net profit, and these are the actual trades for anybody who wants to backtest and know what was the exact point. So with that in mind, I would like to close the stream, and I would like to thank you all for viewing. So yeah, have a great day everyone, and I will close the stream now. Thank you.